Hey guys, this is Camry15 and I'm back at it with another video for you guys, and this is another Pokemon Journeys review. Again, like I said, I know it's been a while. Let me actually check my YouTube channel and see when the last time I actually made a freaking Pokemon Journeys video, because I know it's been like a hot minute since I made a Pokemon Journeys video. Yeah, I haven't made Pokemon. Yeah, the last Pokemon Journeys episode I made was episode 37. And here, this is episode 39. So it's been about a week, or two since, I did a review. It's much longer than the long break than, the last time I did a review. But, yeah, I'm here to talk about Pokemon Journeys, episode 39. Because this episode I really liked and I really enjoyed, and I was okay. More character building, more important episodes. I love to see it, especially with the fact that apparently we're gonna get the Darkest Day arc, you know, adapted into the anime, which from the trailer I saw looks like it's going to be a pretty cool, a big event. They already teased it in the opening, but I saw the trailer this morning. I was like, okay, I like where this is going. It's giving me, that end of the X and Y, the X and Y, XYZ, series vibes, in terms of that. So I can't wait to look forward to the Darkest Day stuff, and it'll be a good thing of episodes where I'm just consistently reviewing every freaking week because I actually do want to talk freaking Pokemon. It's just with Pokemon Journeys, some of the episodes sometimes I just feel like it's too much filler. Now, I probably more than likely will review next week's episode, episode 40, because even though it's going to be a filler episode, they're going up against a raid battle against Zapdos, so I'll check it out for kicks and giggles and probably make like a short review for that. But yeah, anyways, this episode I really did like because, you know, we have the return of B again, which I say best girl B. She definitely, there was one issue a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but some people had in the fact that B didn't show much of any character when she first debuted in the show. Now in the end of the episode, she showed a bit more character, a bit more of her cutesy side, like we all know from the games when, she does give that cutesy type of side along the stern, really serious, side of her and stuff like that. What the heck? I don't know why Siri's activating. But anyways, this was the rematch episode, which I like this fight. I like this fight. I liked where they took it. Now, this is also another thing where we get to see, Chuck, the gym leader in Johto, the fighting type gym leader in Johto, which again is a continuity thing, which they actually do make Chuck remember, who Ash is and stuff like that. And they even show a little screenshot of, back in the fight all the way back in Johto when it was Poliwrath versus Bayleaf, which, thank you, good for keeping the continuity up. I like the fact that Pokemon Journeys is keeping continuity across the, 7 other seasons of Pokemon. And yeah, I'd like more of that, please and thank you. Again, I love when they go back to past things and keep continuity. They don't make Ash or the characters he's seen before, like act like they haven't seen each other before and haven't seen anybody. Like I said, I hope as the series goes on, we get to see more characters we've seen in the past who are fan favorite characters in the anime version. I still am crossing my fingers. We get to see every companion Ash has ever traveled with in the series, even Iris and Silent, even though I did not like Black and White whatsoever, and I did not like them at all as companions. I really do hope we get that along with some other memorable characters we've seen across the way, along as introducing newer characters as well. Anyways, like I said, this week is the rematch of Ash and B, and essentially what happens here is Go tells Ash, "Oh, guess who's in Johto?" And he sees B, and B is ranked at 193, I believe. Now, we know Ash has been actively grinding to get back to the super class, and when he gets into Chuck's gym, he finds B essentially sparring with Chuck and stuff like that, with Chuck's Poliwrath and her Graplocked. And essentially that's when, they get the alert off their Rotom phones by saying like, oh, you know, this is there's a challenger. Would you like to battle? And the funny thing I like here is the fact that B calls Ash the Riolu trainer. And he's like, wait, it's me, Ash. You don't remember my name? And goes like, she probably doesn't remember your name, dude, and stuff like that. Which by the end of the episode, she still calls him the Riolu trainer, which I think it's setting it up for an aspect which I'll talk about later. But anyways, she agrees to a fight, and even Biaz like, how do you know this person? And that's when Chuck's like, oh yeah, we fought a long time ago, essentially, but yeah. So she agrees to fight him in Chuck's gym. So this time, Pikachu, instead of using Galarian Farfetch'd and Riolu, he changes it up. He uses Pikachu and Riolu, while as well as B. This time, she uses Hitmontop and Grapple Up. Now, personally, if you ask me, the Hitmontop Pikachu battle was probably better than the Graplock and Riolu round this time. Um, and look, I'm fine. I still like the Riolu battle with Graplock. I just prefer the Pikachu one better. And that fight, I like the way how Ash used Electro Web in this fight, where he just essentially made it like, because Hitmontop spins a lot and stuff like that, and he was spinning to do, I guess the move. I don't know what the move is translated. They call it triple kick. I'm guessing it was either rolling kick or double kick. Even though they said triple kick, but I don't know the Japanese translation for triple kick. I'm guessing it's probably rolling kick. Anyways, he said, and one, I actually like Pikachu fighting, one of our fighting types better because he has the electric moves from a distance like Thunderbolt to, I guess you could say, coverage, whatever moves he fights. And like I said, I'm going back to the Electro Web play. He used the Electro Web pretty nice here, where he made like an Electro Web trap, and Hitmontop tried to spin, through it, but it kind of rebounded and he got attacked by it, and that kind of sealed the deal there. So it was an interesting way to use Electro Web. And yes, there's still fans, even me, I say, really. We went all the way from Volt Tackle to Electro Web. I'd rather still have Volt Tackle now, but if they're, like I said, Electro Web, honestly, to me, feels much more better than the Electro Ball thing. Electro Web actually is a good defensive coverage move for Ash, which I do like, and I think is much better than Electro Ball he had for literally Gen 5, Gen 6, and Gen 7 until he learned Electro Web in Gen 7. And that's what I enjoy. That's what I like, that he's actually using it in defensive purposes. Now, do I still prefer he had Volt Tackle? Yes, but when you look at it, Volt Tackle is essentially quick attack with recoil, essentially. So yeah, but anyways, he does that. Now Pikachu ends up fighting Graplock, and Pikachu for the most part, he does fairly decent until Graplock gets a hold of Pikachu and then does his Stranglehold attack or Octolock, and essentially Pikachu's trying to use, Ash is like, use Irondale, Thunderbolt, and it's not working because Graplock's literally squeezing, honestly, the power out of Pikachu, and his I would you say his grip is so strong it's not letting Pikachu get off his moves. And then B tells Graplock to use, I'm guessing, no, it's Water Break, but I think it's Liquidation. She makes Graplock use Liquidation, and it hits Pikachu, and then yeah, so Pikachu's down for the count. What I did like is Riolu actually helped Pikachu up a bit, and then helped him out, carried him back over there. And this is when we get the fight between Riolu and Graplock. You see a much more improved Vacuum Wave because it actually attacks and hurts Graplock, because Graplock goes in for a block, and I just use Vacuum Wave, and it kind of blew Graplock back, and then kind of shocked B. She's like, okay, he did his Riolu's stronger. And then, instead of Riolu training, or instead of Riolu charging in and going for an attack, Ash calls it back, and he's like, retreat for now, because he obviously doesn't want to get caught by Graplock, Octolock. But eventually he gets grabbed by Octolock, Ash willingly does this, and essentially by, I guess you can say, controlling his aura within his body, Riolu essentially used it against Grapplock, and it was able to use a force palm attack, which essentially the blowback damage, made sure Riolu got out free, and then Grapplock essentially um, takes damage at the same time, which Go actually mentions and stuff like that. Also, the thing with Chuck is he's kind of like the narrator of the battle, of telling Go like, oh, this is what's happening and going on, to the characters who don't know what's going on and stuff like that. Yeah, and after really that happened, it's like, okay, so Octolock won't work on Riolu anymore unless B like goes in for the kill really quickly, and then that's when they have, like, you could say, a close combat type of battle, and essentially they both hit each other with their final attacks, and they knock each other out, and the match ends in a draw, and the rankings do not change at all, and there we go. And then it's when Chuck's like, how about we go back and go get some sweets and stuff like that. And then, like I said, this is when we get more into B's character, the more cutesy side of B, the B, which a lot of people love, and a lot of people are like, oh, this is best girl B and stuff like that, which even I thought she was best girl B, and she looked really adorable and really cute in the scene with her smiles, which, to their chagrin of Ash and Go, they saw her smile, they're like, oh, that's different. And, we find out more about her character, that she likes, like, sweets, like cake and stuff like that. And, we see her interact with Ash's Pokemon a bit, more predominantly Pikachu and Riolu, and, she seems to really care and adore Pokemon and stuff like that. We also do get a slight little backstory on her, because Chuck Esley brings up the fact, like, well, she's just as stern and solid, just like her dad and stuff like that, and Goes like her father, essentially. And he's like, yeah, a long time ago, when I went to the Galar region, I trained in Galarian karate. And when I saw her, she was, even at a young age, she was working very hard and stuff like that. So, I don't know if B's father is going to be like some kind of important figure, or like, I guess you can say, some important new character figure. Jesus, it'd be shocking if she's like some character, her father, some character we know. But I feel like if they introduce her father, it's going to be like a brand new character. And stuff like that, just to add to the lore of B and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool to know. Like I said, like even the thumbnail of my video, it has B smiling. I was like, oh, she's so kawaii smiling. She's so cute. And it seems like B has actually opened up her character, or her true self, really, much more to Ash and Go. So that was pretty nice to see and stuff like that. Another thing too is we do see her kind of give, she does give Pikachu a little piece of her little cake, as well as Riolu, but the way Riolu approached it was kind of nervously. I don't know if it's me, but I'm getting serious vibes where I don't know, and this is just the Ash we know, where I feel like, what if Ash does the same thing with his Riolu like he did with Charizard, and he leaves Riolu, or when it eventually evolves into a Lucario, which, spoiler, it's going to evolve into Lucario, because if you see in the opening, it shows Ash having a Lucario. Now, I wonder, the way, especially if they build up this B, Ash relationship, and as well as between B and Riolu, I wonder, and I just have a feeling, what if Ash does a thing where he's like, hey, would you mind to take care and train my, Riolu or / Lucario and stuff like that, to get it stronger and stuff like that. And I just feel like I'm getting that vibes where at some point near the end of the series, B and Ash, B and Ash, or Ash and B, will have another match, and maybe, after near the tail end of the series, Ash is like, hey, I really wants to get really strong, or Lucario has, the determination and maybe wants to train with B. And Ash picks that up and he's like, oh, so you want to go train with her and learn some things? And, he doesn't, I guess, trade her, but he, like Charizard, lets, Lucario go with B to train to get strong. And then, they could always do the same thing with, like, Charizard, where they always bring him back every now and then if they decide to continue the series going forward, which they will, because it's a cash money maker. But either way, it could go either way, where Ash stays, where Lucario and Riolu stays with Ash. But I feel like I'm getting that vibe where Lucario will go with B, and just like in the Charizard position, come back when Ash needs him, and trains. But in the meantime, we'll train with B and her Pokemon to get stronger and stuff like that. I honestly could see that coming, and I won't be shocked if later down that happens. And if it does happen, I will call it, and I'll be like, I'm the first one that told you guys all the way back in episode 39. B would be in custody of Ash's Lucario or Riolu. But yeah, I like this episode. I really did like this episode a lot. This episode was fun. It also does set up the whole potential rivalry with Ash and B. Like I said, at the end of the little meeting in Johto with Chuck, she still calls him, Riolu trainer, and he's like, it's Satoshi or Ash. And it's like, okay, that's just funny. And I feel like until Ash beats her, that's when, which it seems like it's going to be the case, when Ash beats her, that's when she'll finally acknowledge him as Ash instead of, Riolu trainer or something like that. Which I don't believe. Now, personally, I said, maybe the third fight could happen in her gym. But I feel like maybe they'll probably have it in this big Pokemon World Championship tournament that they'll probably lead to, because both their goals is to beat Leon, and I feel like that's what they're probably gonna have the rematch. Probably maybe a 3-on-3 rematch. I don't envision it being a 6-on-6. It's probably gonna be a 3-on-3 rematch in the Pokemon World Tournament, on the Pokemon World Championships between Ash and B. And then yeah, so I won't mind. I actually looking forward to it, and hopefully, their third battle is much better and it's all out. And like I said, it seems like B is not going to be like the main rival. It seems like she's going to be one of them side rivals Ash comes across and challenges and stuff like that. So I can't wait to see where that's going. So yeah, and then I guess the last bit of the episode is the fact that Go caught a Chinchou and he struggled to get it. And again, do I care? Hell no. I don't care about Go catching no damn Chinchou. Okay, so he's got another Pokemon he added to his little Poke Park over there. So yeah, and that's where the episode ends off. And next week we're gonna, I guess, Team Rocket it, and Ash and Go are gonna have a raid battle together against a Zapdos. Which, okay, it looks like it's gonna be a complete filler episode, and it seems like I won't care. But if I watch the episode next week and it intrigues me, then I'll watch it and I'll review it. If it really doesn't, then no. But definitely believe I can't wait for this Darkest Day arc, to get started, because I'll actually be able to review episodes constantly, back to back to back, I know, and stuff like that. So yeah, but other than this episode was good. I really like to see B again, and I can't wait to see more B. So yeah, as well as it was great to see Chuck in this episode, and I thought the battle for the most part was really good, and I enjoyed this episode a lot. So that's really it. All I gotta say for this episode. This episode was good, and I guess hopefully next week's episode is good. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. It's Cam315. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this episode. Do you like B showing a bit more of her cutesy type of personality from the games? I do like it. Heck, they even showed a little bit of her, cutesy personality from, the Pokemon Twilight episodes, if you haven't seen that. Which I recommend you actually see. Those are actually really good. I do like the B episode. The B episode was really, really cool. Because that's probably like the most character you see out of her. If in animated form, you don't like her character straight up, but I like her character here. And we get to see a little bit of the cracks, and I feel like she'll truly open up to Ash when, after she beats him. But also, I just gotta say this. One, she is ripped in her abs, man. She's got some abs as well as, I just gotta say this. She's got a bootay. Okay, I'm done with my fanboying over B. I'm done with my fanboying. Again, like I said, B is thick, but I'm done with my fanboying. I'm gonna get out of here. Hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Pokemon Journeys content. And I'm gonna get out of here. So hopefully you guys having a great rest of your day or evening, whenever you're checking out this video. And yeah, so hopefully you guys are staying safe out there. Until then, guys, see you guys in the next video. Peace.